Hey everyone, welcome back to Bros and Shows. I'm your host Josiah, aka Muller67, and with me, as always, I got my buddy, I got my pal, my brother Austin. Austin, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I had a day of relaxation and hanging out. Is everything good over there, Austin? That sounded like a horror movie scream.
Yeah, I thought so too. Hey, are you okay? Sid? Sid? Are you okay? Yeah, she's fine. She was watching a show. She's like, oh, it's not me. Wait, what? Boy bands. Boy bands. Boy bands.
Gosh. Okay, well, that's life. Anyways, Austin, I had a good day. I ordered a bunch of groceries in, so my refrigerator's restocked. I ordered some noodles and meatball, and I made myself some spaghetti like you did whenever we were up here. I didn't get the same noodles because I didn't know what they were called, so I was like, oh, whatever.
Tortellini.
I just got the little circular ones that are chopped like that. I don't know what that's called, Bertoni or something like that. I made that. Horrifically overestimated how much I made. Horrifically overestimated. I was like, I'll make 2 boxes of these, put it all together, and then I'll refrigerate the rest. And the pot was over there like, oh god, no, it's too much. I was like, okay, well, that's my bad. Ate some of it. I'm like, I'm storing the rest, so I have basically food for the rest of the week, basically. So yeah, that was good. I had LARP yesterday. Didn't play LARP. We all showed up. We played the Changeling game a little bit. We had two new people come, and they wanted to play the Changeling, and then they left. And then we were going to play the Vampire, but because of how the organization is doing, we had to have a serious conversation about if we're going to stick with it or if we're going to just change it to what our LARP prefers. And so we had a long conversation to the point where we looked at the time and it's like, well, it looks like we're not going to play today. So we've just been having long conversations about it. We have to figure out stuff. We don't play it. We have a lot of people have opinions. Where the organization is currently, we gain no benefit for being part of it. In the other Chronicles, there's online games and connectivity. Well, no one in our local LARP travels at all. And because no one travels, and no one plays online except me, it's like, why are we doing this then if we gain no benefit from it? And not a lot of the people in the LARP don't like the new system. I like the new system, but I'm one of the people, So yeah, there's a lot of conversation and stuff that everyone has to make a decision. So who knows? But Austin, how was your week?
Well, I had a very interesting week. I actually went back to school. Started setting up my classroom.
That you're not a fool.
Yeah. Oh, you did. You're not a fool. Went back to school this week, starting Thursday. I started setting up my school. Everything's getting ready for the kiddos. Opening house is the 14th. So on Thursday next week we have open house, and then the kids return on the 18th. They come to school on the 18th. So I have a whole week of just being at the school trying to prepare to get everything's ready.
Okay.
So yeah, everyone's pretty excited to have the kiddos back and stuff like that. I am. I love the kiddos, so I love hanging out with them and goofing off and teaching. I'm pretty much a prankster, pretty much. I shouldn't be a teacher. I should just be paid to mess with the kids, to hang out with them.
I mean, that's kind of what whenever I was in school, that's what the special ed teachers were. They were the children. Yeah. It's everyone liked them. Even
Yeah.
if like you weren't in their classes, you liked the special ed teachers because they just one, they got you, and two, they were all about being like friends with you.
Yeah.
So you just appreciate them much more.
Yeah. So like, we started doing that, back to that, and then, I just been like, getting everything ready for everything that's going on, because like I got so much stuff going on right now. Like I got just so much stuff. It's just a little too busy with me. And I got like here in 2 weeks we're going camping, and then like her family's coming down the week after, and then we got to go up there the week after. It's a lot of craziness. Like today, me and my wife went out and watched Freakier Friday, because she's a huge fan of the original Freaky Friday. I will say it was a movie. I'm not a fan. I wasn't a fan of the original anyways. The only reason that I ever watched the original was because our cousin forced me to watch it, because she was staying the night and she was like, I want to watch this. And I was like, oh, okay. So she forced me to watch it. And I hated that movie. I did not like that movie one bit.
Yeah, it says
Oh, cool. And so, yeah, it's been just been doing that recently. Like one of the movies I've been anticipating came out this weekend. I have not watched it yet. I'm going to go watch it on Tuesday with the guy that I take care of, because he wants to see it too. It's called Weapons. Looks really good. It's a horror film. Just got a whole bunch of updates from like the movie I produced, Bad Shit.
I've heard of Weapons. I watched a review where someone talked about it.
Oh yeah.
They said it was a good movie, but if you're going in there expecting a horror film, you're going to be surprised with how kind of Marvelized it was.
Yeah, so like, so the guy that directed that movie, that's why I want to watch this movie. He directed a movie called Barbarian, and it was with Justin Long. Justin Long's the actor from Accepted and like, I'm trying to think what it's called, Tusk. A lot of people know him from Tusk because he was the guy that gets turned into a walrus. You know Justin Long. I'm just trying to think what movies Justin Long is very big into. I just know I remember Accepted. Oh, he was in Galaxy Quest. He was the nerd that helped him like
Austin, I know exactly who Justin Long is. I'm disappointed that you didn't say that he was in Waiting. He was the main character in Waiting.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
That's
that.
That's why I know him most.
I always forget about that. Wait,
and
I
Galaxy
remember
Quest is
Galaxy
a good one
Quest,
too.
yeah.
Galaxy Quest was a good one too. I got that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like he's in a movie where like he goes to investigate some weird thing in the house, and this house that he like goes to, and then the ending is just like this big old monster, and you don't expect it to be a monster. It just shows up, and it's like, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone that hasn't watched it, because I think you need to go watch Barbarian. It is a great, fantastic movie. It's goofy, just way out there. Like, what the heck am I watching?
So maybe because the person who watched the film and like was doing the review that I watched of it didn't know the director or his previous films. Maybe you're going to go into it with a lot better of a like enjoyment of it, because he was kind of surprised with how slapstickish it almost was. So, all right, well, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll see. No, but yeah, just been doing that pretty much. That getting a lot of different updates for the premiere for my first produced movie of all time I've ever produced. Like, it comes out this Halloween on the 30th, so we're having like a I think like a premiere at a theater there in Pittsburgh.
Cool.
So I've been excited for all that stuff, just trying to get everything done. I have college, all that other stuff. It's just so much crap going on, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm over here just spending money on Magic and I've been nonstop getting cards and posting them to my friends, being like, this deck got stronger because of this and this. And they're like, oh, okay.
I will stick to it, but I did buy the pre-con of Titus, and I will say it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
I mean, they have a built-in auto win combo in there, so
Well, it's just just moving counters on things, and the shield counter magic stuff is really crazy now. That is way too strong.
Yeah.
I think that shield counter stuff is way too strong.
Some of the stuff gets super crazy. You can't really know. Austin, speaking of crazy, you mentioned Freaky Friday, and speaking of Freaky Friday, which is crazy, we watched The Bear season 4, who has one of said actors in The Bear. I also will say, rewatch it. Like, I forgot about like the series a little bit. When I say I forgot, I meant like I forget all the famous actors that are in this show.
There's a ton.
Yeah, whenever the
Bob
I think it was like
Odenkirk.
the 6th or 7th episode when they're all at the like family and thing, like the wedding, I think it was. And all the different like famous actors were showing up. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that Britta was in this show. Oh, and Miss Marvel. I remember Bob Odenkirk. Oh, and there's the oh, I forgot his name. I was saying his name earlier to someone because I was explaining that, but the one comedian that like
John
Mulaney.
John Mulaney, that's what it is.
I was like, man, what the freak? All-star cast family almost. That's crazy. And then Jamie Lee Curtis, of course. I was like, well done. So, Austin, what did you think of The Bear season 4?
Do you remember my reaction to last season?
Nope. I'll be honest.
I don't. Okay, so I actually did not like season 3 so much. I remember that.
Okay.
I wasn't a huge fan of it at all. It wasn't like there was one episode, I will say there was one episode that was pretty good. And that was, I would have to say, the episode where we find out like the sous chef girl, I forget her name. The older lady.
Oh, yeah.
Like her background of like how she was like trying to get a job. She got like ousted of her job and she needed a degree. And then she like ends up like crying at his restaurant.
Oh yeah, and then what's his name gives her a
John Brothmell. Yep. So like we didn't kind of get that in a way, but also too is like I feel like I don't know. It could be me. I just feel like it's like the same stuff kind of recycled it sometimes. Like it feels like there's always like that tension that is about to happen and then it doesn't happen and then it like something's going on where it's gonna like ruin all these people's lives and then it like somehow miraculously stays around, but there's like another problem. I just feel like this show has gotten to that point where I'm okay if it ends next season. Like I really want it to end, and I think this actually was an okay ending for the season. Yeah, but I will say this season is better than last season.
They need if this was going to be the ending to the series, they need one or two additional episodes of like the finale of it. But I don't disagree with you. I think that it very much could have been an end to a series to a degree.
Yeah.
Personally for me, I thought the season was good. I understand where some people are like it's like the same rehashing thing of it. But at the same time, and this is going to sound weird, right? I worked in like a fast food place. Like I worked at like a bagel brewery, Burgers Bagels. And the monotony of like the every day-to-day thing of like going in and doing the same thing, going in and doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, it almost feels like kind of like the seasons how you feel about that, where you're like, it feels like they're just rehashing the same issue over and over again. Like that's always how it is in like places like this. It's not like this big old out of nowhere, like, oh no, freaking here comes the stay inspector to inspect the plates. Now we're all stressed because we're trying to find out who the stay inspector is, like it was last season, because they were trying to find the review person all last season.
And this season too.
Well, not so much in this season, because the one dude,
not so many.
The one person expressed to him, it's like you are focusing on the one person. That's where you're messing up. If they see that one person's getting treated better than them, they're going to view that they got the VIP experience they didn't, and you want all guests to be the VIP. And so, like,
I had an issue with that too. Like,
well, no, that's. I mean, I get that when it comes in the form of like needing to be said to him, because he loves doing those like above and beyond for things. Like he did this season with the one family who wanted to see snow. Like they did the above and beyond on snow. But he had to understand that it's like there's a level of that, and then there's the VIP package which you offer, and that's part of the VIP package. And if the other people are not part of the VIP package, their experience shouldn't be lowered to accommodate for the VIP people, which is what was happening last season. Like the VIP people were very happy, but the other people were like, this was okay, this and this, and that's where he had to like recorrect himself, and that's where he got better this season thanks to the one girl and their other friends that showed. Which, to be fair, Austin, the reason why I would be cool with this season being the end of the bear if they wanted to was because they had the Avengers Assemble level of like chefs in the kitchen. Like he's like, I call in some friends, and then they walk in, they're like, sup, we're gonna help. And then it's like, hey, I got you another souffle chef to help you with the desserts. Who's that? And it's just like, boom. Whatever the dude from the Marvel movie, I forget the golden guy. I forget the golden guy's name, but the actor was awesome. I love that guy.
You're talking about Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock, yeah. Adam Warlock walks in and is like,
Nathan
man,
Pooler. Yeah, Nathan Pooler. Well, I was gonna say we have two Marvel guys now.
We do.
So
we got
the Thing.
We have three. Awesome.
We got the Thing. Oh, we do.
We got.
Oh yeah, we do.
Miss Marvel.
We do.
Next
I forgot about Miss Marvel.
Bob Odenkirk's going to join them as like, I don't know, the Deadlier West or something. But no, it was like I enjoyed this season because it was like friends coming together to help a place figure out how to be sustainable. I did find it kind of funny that the season basically hinged on this idea of like, you have this umbrella for this long. Once this runs out, we have to close down. That seemed a little corny to me because that guy never seemed so nice to them to like give them a clock or something like that. He very much feels like a mafia member more than anything else. Like they try to make him feel like a mafia member, the one guy who gives them the money. But the clock thing was kind of weird and stupid-ish to me. But like the themes and what happened in the season, I actually enjoyed. I thought it was fine. I liked that Carney finally got in touch with his mom again. They had a nice.
Correct. I think that was the best part of the season.
I loved. Crud. What's the second in command name? The one that we like, who liked Taylor Swift. The Ben Grimm guy from
Rich.
Rich. I love that Rich is becoming better and maintaining that. I love my daughter, and her husband isn't like, I'm not going to be pushed out because my daughter loves me. Like, I love the whole scene where he tells the dude, he's like, no, dude, whenever she comes over, she doesn't stop talking about you and how great you are. It's like, really? Yeah, go and try again. And then Claire looks at him and is like, does she really say that? And he's like, oh, hell no. I'm like, yeah, because your daughter loves you. You're her dad. Like, you're not going to be replaced by someone random. So
no.
I
just
like this.
There was a couple things that I had problems with this season. One, it did feel like it was being recycled a little bit because it was like, oh, here's this thing that needs to be done, and like I thought the timer thing was really stupid. I just thought it was just not something that's like reliable. It'd be more of like, hey, you have this many months that we can be a functioning restaurant, and they did it like with a clock thing, and I was like, that just to me just sounds stupid. The other thing that I had a huge problem with, and maybe I was wrong about this, I don't know, maybe I was right. I don't know. So the part where like she wants to see snow, and of course the guy that's watching this whole thing is the other critic. Like he writes for another paper. They don't include him in the snow thing.
No.
And yeah, I just don't know. And then I was like, wait, you were just saying that you shouldn't treat them like someone different. I thought that guy would be like, well, she got this treatment and got to see snow, but I wasn't involved to get like the hot chocolate or whatever.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
The key thing that like he was trying to explain to him wasn't that they should be treated differently. They should be, because he pointed out that like they're VIP, they paid for VIP. But his experience shouldn't be negated because of them. That's why whenever he did like the sandwich thing, he's like matcha or whatever he said to her, right? And he walked over to him afterwards and said, "I apologize for being loud. I didn't really intend that to be that loud. I'm sorry if that disturbed you." He made sure that by him serving them, it didn't diminish his thing. While before,
I get that.
in the other season, there was literally a point where like they were making the VIPs happy and the other guests were getting upset because they weren't getting any service. That's what they were trying to correct in this season, and he did by doing that. And then like they also forced them outside of the place to enjoy their other things instead of doing it inside house or anything like that could disturb other people. And then I also probably do assume that the reviewer probably had like a more soft spot for like being like going above and beyond in restaurants.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, at the end of the day, his review wouldn't matter about all that stuff either. Because the only thing that got reviewed basically at the restaurant wasn't even the atmosphere or anything. They're not doing a review on it. They were making the best chefs in like the region or whatnot, and they were including the souffle chef Marcus onto that list.
Oh no, that's a different one. Because there's one of like home cook chefs, and the other one was the Tribune, and they said, well, the Tribune you guys passed and you're good, but the they didn't know about the other review at all. So I'm pretty sure it was two different reviews.
Okay, that's how it is.
Could be wrong.
That's how it is. I thought they were the same person, because I didn't really notice like that. They normally do this thing where they'll like show people come in and they'll talk and they'll interact with stuff.
Yeah.
And you get like the feeling of like we get cameras heavily on them. They're a reviewer of some sort. They didn't really do that for anyone for that part, so that's what made me thought that they were the same person.
But I will say character development in this season was way better. Yeah. I do like the character development, because we're getting to a point where it's not like, hey, I'm a piece of crap, there's no character development here, like I'm just trying to be better, but I'm a piece of crap. And I think Rich's character development is to that point. I think
Rich is probably the most developed character. From what he was in the first season to what he is now, it's very noticeable. Especially whenever you see how he treated, what is it, Neil? When Neil was like, he's like, what are you doing with your hands and everything? He's like, I feel like I'm an outcast. So he's like, no, this is your house. People come in, they feel uncomfortable. You make them comfortable. It's your house. It's not the other way around. And it's like, I don't think Rich would have told him that in the first season. He would have looked at him and said, like, stop being an idiot and get to work, blah, 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 blah. Like, he's much more like caring as like a family almost. And I think that was kind of what they were trying to sell with this season, that the reason why the bear works so well is not because the reason why the bear worked last season was not because it was managed and created correctly. It was because they were all family and they all worked together. And then this season they're trimming all the fat to make it actually a functionally and operational business. And like that, there was the whole computer scene wherever he's talking to Nally, and he's like, it's not that you can't do, you need to ask yourself why. And she started looking at all the pictures of them, and it's like, it's because we're like a family here, right? That's why we're going to continue working. That's why we're going to make this work, because everyone works here and we're a family here. So Austin, if this series ends with them creating Olive Garden, I'm gonna be very upset.
Yeah, that would upset
Austin,
me.
think about it. What was the main thing in the first season? A family dinner. What was the family dinner, Olsen? Spaghetti and meatballs.
The spaghetti balls.
The spaghetti. And the spaghetti with all the money in it. I'm just saying. They're talking about being a family now. Bears. What do bears love? Olives and gardens. Olive Gardens, man. It's right there. That would be the biggest, like, twist and, like, the biggest way to sink the show. Because everyone would just rat on it, man.
Yeah, so, like, I will say Tina, I liked Tina's interaction with Nathan, because when Tina was having that, the guy that plays Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay. And Tina's the souffle chef,
Yeah, so I like the interaction where he was like, she's like, I need to shave off these minutes, and he goes, I don't think that's a problem. He's like, the problem is you're doing your best, and you've done it, and like you can do it, and like it'll just come in time, and like that's just how it is. And he's like, well, were you ever stressed? And he's like, yeah, I was. Like, I hated this person so much. And he's like, oh yeah, well, what'd you do about it? And he's like, I'm now working for him in Chicago. Like, I thought that was great. But the interaction that they had was showing, hey, you're doing your best here. Don't overanalyze stuff. Because the thing is like, I've learned, one of my favorite things I like to do is, like, sometimes have you ever, you get like very frustrated and you're doing something because you want something done, and it's like something that's been bothering you, and then you're doing it, but then you get overwhelmed with it, and you're like, I gotta do this. But then my brain tells me, hey, just go do something else for a minute. Like, step back, figure it out, come back, you'll be better. And that kind of like was like that mentality of like, he was like, hey, it's fine to like take a break from what you're doing here, but also it will help you.
To me, like, that conversation was much more closer to the lines of like, she's like, how do you handle the stress? Because the stress is not helping me. And he's like, you get used to it, like, you manage it, and then next thing you know, you're being fueled by it. And then it becomes less of how do I get rid of the stress, or how do I work without that? And how do I live life without that stress? Which is, I love, because that analogy that he's telling to her then is what's happening with Carney right now. Carney's finally learning to, like, Carmen, I keep saying Carney, but Carmen is learning now
Circus folks
how to, like, the reason why he does the restaurants and everything is because that stress, that like important thing, keeps him going, that like fuels him, that keeps him separated from thinking about stuff. And he's now gotten to the point where he doesn't need that anymore, and he needs to learn to manage without it. And that's why he's like connecting with his mom, connecting with Claire again, finally telling Claire how he feels. Like, it's him realizing that he's been living with the stress of everything for so long, he doesn't know how to operate without it. And that's what he's learning to do. And I could totally see sometime in the future, maybe at the end of the movie, at the end of the series or something like that, where he's no longer in the picture and he's just the owner. And he just gets to like enjoy everything and be calm and natural. And then like he'll go and cook something, and he's cooking for the enjoyment of cooking again, versus to do it because it's a job, or do it because he feels like he needs to. And I think that's where they're heading to. So I liked this season. I thought it was a good season. I don't think that it's like the bombshell of a season that like 1 or 2 was. But the reason for that is because 1 and 2 is chaos, right? Like, every season of that bear ended with it ending blowing up in chaos. They're not ending in chaos anymore because they're getting a grip on things now finally. And I'm like, that's the natural progression. They have gotten better as a restaurant. They're not ending in chaos no more. They're ending on good notes, and that's what you want to see in character progression, is at the end your character is able to handle it. And what I like about this season coming as it is, and kind of how last season was too, is that it's not going to end with a one season they did it correctly and that's all we see, we're going to see 2 to possibly 3 seasons of them succeeding at being a restaurant and it not blowing up, to show like, hey, they definitely got it. You saw them progress from the chaos to what they are now. They're good. A lot of shows you don't see that. A lot of shows you see it right at the first success, and they're like, we did, guys, yeah, we're all great. And then it's the end of the movie, and then you just have to assume that was fairy tale ending, and they killed it each time. At least with this and last season, you're seeing like they still have issues, they still have things they have to work through, but they're consistently succeeding now, and that's why I like it.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to go on right there about that. That was just something I was like.
No, I get it. I get how people are gonna like it, but the thing is I just feel like the show should get to a point where it should end here in the next couple seasons. I don't think it should keep going. I think that you're to a point right now where because the main thing that I did like about the season was Carmy making up with his mom, and his mom coming to the conclusion that she did wrong and she knows she did wrong.
Yeah. And
she's sorry for that. And I like that. I thought that was a great example. And then him cooking for her, and the main thing that Sugar said was like, Carmy, it's okay to step back from things if you don't like it anymore. And I think him starting because the ending of the season is him kind of stepping away. He was like, hey, I'm gonna give Sydney the thing that she needs to do. She's the MVP. She's the powerhouse. These are, it was so funny when it's like, I hired these people, and he was like, oh, well, who's these people? And he's like, they're non-negotiables. Last season, when he started making that whole menu, he was like, this is non-negotiable stuff. And then later on this season, he started giving Sydney that free range. He was like, do whatever you want.
They made him scrap the concept he had, which was change the menu every night, which I do find it funny that lasted a full season, and then when they got back in, they're like, this is the stupidest thing in the world, you need to scrap it. And then that's what made Carney kind of realize, I'm kind of the problem here, and everyone else was killing it, and it was my idea that was sinking the ship. And that's part of the things he was kind of saying to them at the end, I'm causing issues by being here. I may be a support, or I may be friends to all these people, but they have grown so much that they don't need me, and they're suffered with me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's true. I also do like the fact that they got the one guy to he's like, merchandising. That's all I could think of was Mel Brooks being like, merchandising. We're gonna open up 2 other locations in uptown and downtown.
What's really funny? I'm trying to think what I know that guy from. He's familiar from some movie.
I definitely know him from something. I don't know what it is. But
Rush Hour 2. He's the rich guy. That's with the oh man, I know this.
No.
I know it's Rush Hour 2. Now I gotta figure it out.
No,
I gotta figure it out.
That's not it. No.
Yeah.
I don't think it. I don't think that is at all.
Nah, I gotta figure it out now.
Yeah, but now it's the slog of the episode that we always go through, where we
try to figure out who that person,
find out
who that person is.
Who is this actor?
That's not who I thought it was. It is Rob Reiner. I'm right. Okay, it's Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner. He was in Spiral Tap.
Yeah,
that was his big.
Rush Hour though. Was he awesome?
Wasn't. I remember what he was from. I know exactly what he's from now. He was from Wolf of Wall Street. He plays Leonardo DiCaprio's dad in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh.
That's why I was like, I know that guy so much. I'm trying to think what it is. And I thought it was.
I'm like, I know him from something, but I don't know what that I remember him from. And I'm looking through his movie list, and I'm not really seeing anything that stands out to me.
Yeah,
I guess it was a New Girl. I could have seen him in that, but I'm not sure.
probably.
No, no. That was a funny thing. I recognized him, and I was like, he looks familiar, but I had no idea what he was from. So that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
All right, Austin. Well, do you have anything else you want to say or do for this episode of Bros and Chips?
No.
That's fine.
It was a good season.
Yeah.
Was it phenomenal like the first two? No. Season 3 and season 4 has lacked, but it's also a different type of show now. But I do think that it should come to a point where it's like, hey, this is an ending that's about to happen. Because I don't think you can keep doing the same formula for so long, where it's like, oh, is she gonna leave? Is she gonna be part of that chef thing? I just don't feel that a lot of people are gonna like it.
I felt like the first 2 seasons were cookie cutter compared to these last 2 seasons, because they were changing up and doing their different stuff. The first 2 seasons was always, we're sinking, we need to figure something out. Carmen has a panic attack. The one girl has a panic attack. Carmen's nowhere to be found. The place falls apart. The second episode is the second season is the place is falling apart. They don't know what to do. Carmen gets locked in the freezer. The girl has a panic attack. They're falling apart. And then like the third season is the first time that Carmen is in the place. She doesn't have a panic attack, and everything goes okay, or kind of. And then this season is the same thing. They're there, no one has a panic attack, and they succeed. And I'm like, the next season, I think I could see them announcing that season 5 is the final season, and I think it would make the most thematic sense. Have Carney leave the bear early in season 5. And it shows his role as being like a supportive friend, working and helping with people, and just being basically like, not really a boss, but like a consultant for them. And every now and then he'll come in and he'll cook to get the edge off. He gets with Claire, they're happy, and all that beautiful stuff. But we'll see. We'll see, because who knows? It may or may not happen.
You never know.
All right, Austin. Well, that basically covers it for this episode of Dumb Bear. Dumb Bear. Next week, we're watching a show that is older. It's from BBC, so it's from the across the pond, as they say.
But it has a great
amazing cast. Like basically anything that we watch that has like British origins, people are in this. So is
British origin.
The Hollow Crown. We're doing Hollow Crown season 1, season 2. These are basically little movies, but they connect to each other in some form of way. I don't know a lot about it. I've just seen videos of it, and it looks amazing, and I really enjoy it. So I asked to get access to this some way, and now that we got it, it's like, heck yeah, let's watch it. So we're going to enjoy that.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of great actors in this show. Like this is like when we talked about this was like Sherlock compared to Sherlock Holmes, where it was like a movie pretty much. But the number one person that I remember from this is Tom Huddleston. Like I remember people saying, "Hey, this is a good Tom Huddleston thing," and I was like, "Who's Tom Huddleston?" And like I didn't know who Tom Huddleston was until like Loki.
Yeah,
when he was Loki.
To be fair.
But a lot of people, they knew him from like that vampire movie. I'm trying to think. It's that vampire movie. Oh man, I'm trying to think who. It's the vampire movie with him and the girl, and she's like
Twilight.
No, it's not Twilight. Oh man, now I gotta look it up. I haven't watched it yet. Everyone says I should because it's a decent vampire movie. But it's Tom Huddleston's vampire movie. It's called Only Lovers Left Alive. So I've never heard of it, but I've heard so many great things about it. Like we're like, this is really good. You'll love it. So
that's the one with Tilda Swinton in it. That's the one that's the reason why she was in What We Do in the Shadows. That was her.
Yeah. That's why I was like, okay, I have to watch this. So I haven't got around to watching it yet. But I know the people that I know that are in this series so far that I know of. I know that like Benedict Cumberbatch is in this series. Tom Huddleston, and then what was it? Tom Struridge, I think that's his name. He was in a couple movies that I remember him in. Oh man, I'm trying to think what it was that he was in that I knew. Yeah, I was trying to think. Oh, he's Sandman. He plays Dream.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he plays Dream. So,
Nice.
which that's another thing that we should watch too is Sandman, because I forgot that season 2 has finished completely.
We will have to check that out then. All right, Austin. Well, that does it for this episode of Bros and Shows. I appreciate you, Austin. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. And thank you all so much for stopping by. And thank you all so much for tuning in.